You know, people are very, 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 very tough. Damn right they are. But most people have no idea just how tough they actually are because they've never gone to the edge. They've never walked barefoot through hell and decided to keep walking. They break at the surface of discomfort and tap out long before they meet the real version of themselves. Let me tell you something. Pain is the greatest fucking mirror you'll ever stand in front of. You want to know who you are? Suffer. Break yourself down. Take every comfort away. Take away your money, your peace, your certainty. Take away the routine. Now, who the fuck are you? When life smashes into you like it did to her, like it did to me, like it will to you, you've got a choice. You either let it corrupt you or you step the fuck up and take responsibility. No one's coming to rescue you. No one's going to spoon feed you healing. You want to recover? You figure it out. You grind. You crawl. You do the fucking work even when it feels like hell. She did that. She figured out what the hell was broken and made it her damn mission to fix it. That's not luck. That's war. That's what it looks like when a human being refuses to be broken. You want to break bad habits? Start with this truth. Nobody's going to do it for you. There's no motivational speech that can change your life unless you decide right now that you're done being average. You're done walking around half alive, waiting for someone to fix your story. Wake the fuck up. You are capable of surviving far more than you think. But you'll never know that until life throws you into a pit and dares you to climb out. So let me ask you, are you still waiting for someone to show up and pull you out of your darkness? Or are you ready to dig deep and become the motherfucker that darkness fears? If this lit a fire in your chest, drop a comment, like the damn video, and subscribe for more. You don't need motivation. You need a mirror, a mission, and a reason to suffer with purpose. Stay in the fight. Stay hard. Thank you for being here on this journey. When you're suffering, really suffering, the last damn thing your mind wants to do is look for beauty. But that's the test. That's where most people break. They let the darkness blind them, choke them, bury them. They don't understand that in those moments, the tiniest spark can be the lifeline that keeps you breathing. You ever felt like you're drowning in shit and broken glass, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, a moment hits you? A quiet second with a dog? A smile from a stranger? The sound of wind cutting through silence? That's not nothing. That's not weakness. That's life throwing you a fucking rope. You just forgot how to see it. We get so damn caught up in the pain that we forget how to pay attention. We forget that life doesn't owe us peace. It hands out chaos. And it's our job to find peace in the middle of it. You don't build strength by hiding. You build it by showing up every day, battered, bruised, and still alert, still alive to the little shit that reminds you this world isn't completely black. That cat in the street, that sunset, that breath you just took that didn't fucking hurt, that's your anchor. You better hold on to it, because when you lose your grip on beauty, you lose your grip on your humanity. You want to survive hell? Then start by refusing to go blind in it. Narrow your time frame. Stop thinking about tomorrow if today's already crushing you. Break it down 1 minute, 1 breath, 1 rep, 1 good thing. Gratitude isn't just a word, it's a goddamn weapon. You want to make it through dark times? Pick up that weapon and fucking use it. You can take a tragedy and make it a tragedy. Or you can turn it into hell. That choice is yours. You can take the worst thing life throws at you and make it worse with your choices, with your attitude, with your weakness. So, what are you going to do about it? You better stop asking why shit happens to you and start asking what kind of beast you need to become to face it. You think you're not ready? No one ever is. But you got to pick up your cross, bear the fucking weight, and move. Life's not asking if you're prepared. It's demanding you show up. And the more you resist that demand, the worse the pain becomes. That's how pain turns to hell, through denial, avoidance, and blame. You don't want to be that person, the one who lets pain turn them toxic. You want to be the rock people lean on when the storm hits. So next time life throws chaos your way, ask yourself, am I adding gasoline to the fire, or am I becoming the fireproof motherfucker who walks straight through it? You want to know why your life feels fucking empty because you're running from responsibility. You're hiding from the one thing that gives suffering a purpose, meaning life is pain. That's not a slogan. It's not poetry. It's fact. You were born to struggle, bleed, and eventually die. And if that's all there is, if you don't find something worth carrying, something worth fighting for, then yeah, life's going to feel like a goddamn prison. People keep asking, why should I bother? Because if you don't bother, you rot. You collapse in on yourself. You become bitter, resentful, weak. You infect others with your misery. You stop growing. You start decaying. That's the real cost of avoiding meaning. That's the price you pay when you try to skate through life without responsibility. I've seen it. I've lived it. I've watched people die while their families tore each other apart. Death is already ugly. But when you add bitterness, resentment, and regret to it, you make it unbearable. So don't make it worse. That's your power. Life will hand you pain. That's guaranteed. But what you do with that pain, that's on you. So next time you're in the pit, ask yourself, am I going to curse the darkness or am I going to be the motherfucker who finds a light? Tragedy is part of life. Pain is the entrance fee to this existence. But hell is optional. And let me be clear. You are the one who decides whether your pain becomes tragedy or gets turned into hell. See, most people don't just suffer. They amplify it. They take a bad moment and turn it into a bad week. They take loss, grief, or failure, and they dump their own bitterness, their own weakness, the refusal to accept reality on top of it. Now, it ain't just pain, it's punishment, self-inflicted, and they wear it like a badge. You ever been at a deathbed and seen a family implode, seen people screaming at each other, full of regret, resentment, guilt they never unpacked? You know what that is? That's hell. Death was always coming. But how they handled it, that's on them. That's what separates suffering from destruction. How you show up when the world falls apart defines the man or woman you are. You can make pain heavier, or you can be the motherfucker strong enough to carry it. That's the line most people don't want to see. They think they're powerless in the face of tragedy. Bullshit. You might not control the event, but you damn sure control the response. You control the poison or the purpose. You control whether this turns you into something stronger or something broken beyond repair. And that starts by understanding this truth. You ever meet someone full of rage for no reason? You ever see a man sabotage himself day after day, drink after drink, excuse after excuse? That's what a man without meaning looks like. He's got no compass, no fight, no code. He's just drifting angry at the world for a war he's refusing to fight within himself. But here's the truth. Meaning doesn't show up on your doorstep. You don't find it in a fucking YouTube comment section. You earn it. You bleed for it. You build it brick by brick by carrying the heaviest load you can shoulder and refusing to put it down when the world tells you to quit. Everything you do matters or nothing does. There is no in between. You want meaning? Make every step, every rep, every word count. Want your suffering to transform you. Then stop whining and start owning. Own your thoughts. Own your past. Own your fucking future. Meaning is forged in the fire of responsibility. You take care of your own shit. You stand tall when your family's falling apart. You don't crumble when life punches you in the teeth. You step forward, bloody, exhausted, pissed off, and you say, let's fucking go. Because what's the alternative? Drift through life, avoiding pain while slowly becoming the thing you hate? You want to transcend suffering? You want to be free? Then answer this question right now. What responsibility are you running from that's costing you your fucking soul? Grab that shit. Own it. Carry it. And in that burden, you'll find your reason to keep going. You know what most people are really addicted to? Safety. Not drugs. Not porn. Not sugar. Comfort. Predictability. Security. And the second life throws chaos at them when the heart races. the floor drops out, and fear shows up. They run, they back off, they tap out. That's where weakness is born. Let me tell you something. Fear ain't the problem. Fear is the fucking compass. Fear is a gatekeeper between who you are and who you're supposed to become. But instead of walking through that gate, you build a cage around it. You start avoiding elevators, avoiding people, avoiding risk, avoiding pain, avoiding life. And before you know it, you're trapped in a self-built prison. You think you're safe. You're suffocating. I've watched people live like this, frozen, panicked, shutting down their entire world just so they don't have to feel a racing heart or face rejection. You think that's living? That's hell. People don't avoid life because it's hard. They avoid it because they never learn how fucking capable they are. No one taught them how to lean into fear, to let it burn through their chest and walk forward anyway. You want freedom? Then you better stop trying to escape fear and start facing it. Exposure. That's the way out. Little by little, step by step. You face the thing that's been choking you and you realize it was never as powerful as you made it in your head. I've seen this in warriors and I've seen it in average people. Courage is a muscle, but most people never train it. They hide. And what starts as fear becomes weakness. Then weakness becomes identity. Now you're just a broken person, a traumatized victim. Bullshit. You're a human being who's never been told the truth. You can do hard shit. You can stand in front of what scares you and you can walk through it. That's how strength is built. You don't need to be fearless. You need to be braver than yesterday. So let me ask you, what's the one thing you keep avoiding that's quietly eating your life from the inside out? Look at it, name it, and then go fucking face it. Because you either get stronger or the fear gets bigger and eventually it'll run your life. Your move. Most people never grow the fuck up. They stay boys in men's bodies, girls in women's frames. And you know why? Because deep down, they still believe someone else has the answers. Still chasing daddy's approval. Still waiting on mommy's protection. Still hoping the world will hand them a roadmap. Let me wake you up. No one's coming to save you. You're scared of making real decisions. You're scared of responsibility. That's not fear. That's the addiction of being a child. You'd rather be told what to do than figure it out yourself. You'd rather be safe under someone else's authority than stand alone with the weight of your own judgment. That shit ends now. Adulthood doesn't start when you turn 18. It starts the moment you accept fully that no one out there knows more about your path than you do. And that's a brutal fucking truth because you realize you've been hiding behind your parents, your boss, your therapist, your partner, anyone who could take the wheel so you wouldn't have to face your own chaos. But here's the deal. You're not a kid anymore. You don't get to point fingers and play the victim. You don't get to defer to some higher power every time life gets complicated. You are the higher power now. You think your father knows what's best for you at 40? He doesn't. He's guessing, just like you are. But most men would rather stay slaves to that illusion than admit they've got to lead themselves. It's easier to obey than to become, but that illusion's killing you. You want to stop being a boy? Start making hard decisions. Start living like your choices have weight. Start trusting your own fucking eyes and instincts, even when no one else agrees. Especially then, freedom starts when you kill dependency. And if you keep hiding behind the great father, the mentor, the guru, the therapist, the damn algorithm, you'll never find out who the hell you really are because you're afraid of the truth. You've always had what it takes. You were just scared to use it. So here's the challenge. What belief, what voice, what system are you still hiding behind so you don't have to take the lead in your own life? Burn it down, step out of the shadow, walk into your authority, and own everything that comes with it. No one knows your path better than you. Start acting like it. You want to know why you're still weak? Why life keeps knocking you flat? Because someone convinced you protection is the goal. That if you could just stay safe long enough, the bad shit would never find you. Let me crush that fantasy. The snakes are always coming. Life doesn't give a damn how safe you try to play it. The world doesn't operate on your comfort. Chaos is coming whether you're ready or not. And you've been overprotected, bubble wrapped, coddled. Your parents thought they were helping. Your school thought they were being kind. The world told you you're special and gave you trophies for showing up. Now look at you, scared to make a phone call, scared to get rejected, scared to live your life unfiltered. That's what happens when we raise people to be safe instead of strong. The goal was never to remove the chaos. It was to make you a motherfucker who can handle it. You don't protect your kids by shielding them from pain. You prepare them for it. You arm them with truth, with grit, with failure, with the understanding that suffering is baked into the human experience, and the only way to thrive is to face it, not dodge it. You want to stop panicking when life hits back? You need to stop being a delicate little flower and become a warrior with scar tissue and calluses. You need to be someone who's been through shit and came out sharper, not softer. We don't need more fragile people. We need people forged in the furnace of chaos. We need people who don't flinch when the storm rolls in. So how do you become that? You stop demanding the world make room for your insecurities. And you start doing the hard fucking work to make yourself unstoppable. You face the things that scare the shit out of you. You fail again and again and come back harder every time. That's what exposure does. It doesn't remove fear. It turns you into someone who doesn't bow to it. So here's the truth. You've been trying to hide from the storm, but maybe the real answer is to become the storm. Ask yourself this: am I still chasing comfort or am I chasing capability? Because protection is temporary. Strength is forever. Choose wisely. Choose power. Choose war. You got a million reasons to feel sorry for yourself, your childhood, your body, your trauma, your race, your job, your broken family, your fucked up genetics. Let me tell you something real. All of it might be true, but none of it fucking matters if you stay a victim. You want to know why you're still stuck? Because you've wrapped yourself in oppression like a blanket. And yeah, maybe it's warm at first. People feel sorry for you, give you space, lower the bar, but that shit gets heavy. It chokes you. It rots your strength from the inside out. At some point, you've got to drop the sob story and pick up a weapon, because life doesn't care how many check boxes you tick off. Pain is coming either way. The only question is, are you going to lie there and take it, or are you going to stand the fuck up and fight back? You can't fix everything. You can't make the world fair, but you can make yourself a savage. You can build a mindset so strong, no amount of injustice breaks you. Yeah, your ancestors suffered. Yeah, you were dealt a shit hand, but you're here, you're alive. And while you're breathing, you've got a choice. Live on your knees or rise and rebuild. You want justice? Start by fixing yourself. Start by becoming so undeniable that the system can't ignore you. Start by becoming someone who can't be oppressed, not because the world changed, but because you did. The world doesn't owe you understanding. It doesn't owe you equity. You prepare them for it. You arm them with truth, with grit, with failure, with the understanding that suffering is baked into the human experience, and the only way to thrive is to face it, not dodge it. You want to stop panicking when life hits back? You need to stop being a delicate little flower and become a warrior with scar tissue and calluses. You need to be someone who's been through shit and came out sharper, not softer. We don't need more fragile people. So here's the test. Are you still stacking your identity on how you've been hurt? Or are you ready to build it on how you're going to rise? Stop whining. Stop posting. Stop blaming. Pick up your pain and turn it into power. No one's going to do it for you. This is your war now. We need people forged in the furnace of chaos. We need people who don't flinch when the storm rolls in. So how do you become that? You stop demanding the world make room for your insecurities, and you start doing the hard fucking work to make yourself unstoppable. You face the things that scare the shit out of you. You fail again and again and come back harder every time. That's what exposure does. It doesn't remove fear. It turns you into someone who doesn't bow to it. Your parents thought they were helping. Your school thought they were being kind. The world told you you're special and gave you trophies for showing up. Now look at you, scared to make a phone call, scared to get rejected, scared to live your life unfiltered. That's what happens when we raise people to be safe instead of strong. The goal was never to remove the chaos. It was to make you a motherfucker who can handle it. You don't protect your kids by shielding them from pain. You ever wake up and feel like the whole damn world's broken, like everything's unfair, rigged, and stacked against you? Good. That means you're paying attention. But here's the hard truth. It's not enough to notice the suffering. You've got to do something about it. People sit around bitching about how hard life is. It's so painful. It's not fair. Why does everything hurt? I'll tell you why. It's because this life isn't built for weak minds or soft hearts. The blueprint is suffering. You got to stop searching for the exit and start searching for the next rep, the next brick, the next battle. Start with yourself. When the storm hits, be the one who stands tall, plans a funeral, holds a family together, buries the dead, and walks out stronger. People want to talk about legacy. Here's your fucking legacy. Did you make the world better or worse when it all fell apart? You don't get to control when tragedy hits, but you do get to choose whether you become a coward or a commander in the chaos. You were built for this. Even if you've forgotten, even if no one ever told you, you were built to carry weight, to withstand fire, to lead through darkness. So ask yourself right now, when it all goes to shit, will you be the reason people fall apart or the reason they hold it together? Time to choose. The pit is coming either way. Step up or get swallowed. You want the secret? The real one? The ancient truth that every warrior, every philosopher, every savage who ever mattered figured out? You have to transcend your suffering or you will drown in it. I don't care who you are, what you've done, or how broken you feel. If you don't find something bigger than your pain, something worth bleeding for, you will rot in place. You'll decay in comfort. You'll die long before they bury your body. People think meaning is some soft spiritual shit. Nah, the cost of existence is pain. And if you think you're the only one dealing with it, you're lying to yourself. The real question isn't why is life hard? The real question is who are you becoming because of it? Most people answer that with bitterness. They rot from the inside out. They become angry, petty, vengeful. They act like life betrayed them. And their only mission now is to make everyone around them miserable too. But there's another path. Because when your why is bigger than your wounds, your soul becomes untouchable. That's how warriors are made. That's how legends are born. So here's a challenge. You want to be more than a shell, more than a statistic, more than some lost soul making excuses? Then start aiming at something real, something hard, something that scares the shit out of you. Aim at it like your life depends on it because it fucking does. You don't get to play both sides. Meaning is brutal. Meaning demands everything. It forces you to take responsibility even when your knees are shaking. It forces you to get up and fight even when the war is inside your own fucking mind. You don't get meaning by watching YouTube videos and feeling inspired for 5 minutes. You get it by doing the work day in, day out. You get it by turning every scar into a reason, every failure into fuel. There's a reason people with a purpose don't stay broken. So here's your last question. What are you holding on to that's keeping you from becoming the savage you were born to be? Let it go. Burn it. Because the world doesn't need more safe people. It needs more warriors. It needs you fully awake, fully alive, and willing to suffer for something greater. Transcend or stay broken. Your choice.